Hi folks, welcome to a long overdue food related video, and I've had a bit of a resurgence recently with actually putting effort in and actually getting content uploaded. Although the beer review side, I've caught up pretty much on all the beers that I've reviewed, not being able to buy any more, but just been buying some cheap supermarket stuff. Cheers. Tonight's beer of choice is Sierra Nevada California IPA. Very nice indeed. And already the lighting is annoying me. So it's another kind of episode of Saturday Night Slice. A little bit of a series within a series, which I'm going to call Saturday Night Slice Bite Size, or something to that effect. You'll see it in the title. And this is a pizza that I have had before. In fact, it was the first pizza that I did on the channel, which is the Iceland wood-fired smoked stone-baked pizza, triple pepperoni. But I think this is, I'm not sure if the other one had, but this is the new recipe. Really good pizza, especially if you get it on like the multi-buy deals, where things like 2 for £3. I think we got this one, which I am partial to, a nice ristorante. But no matter how you cook it, it just sticks to the pan. If you do it directly on the oven shelf, it sticks there. But they're quite good, although I know not a lot of people have a lot of time for Dr. Ecker's ristorante. The salami one is very nice. So when you come across supermarket own brand pizzas, they're actually really good for the most part. So very good pizza. If you want to hear what my initial thoughts and opinions were, then if you want to, link is in the description. It probably won't be. We shall see. I'm a changing man. I'm changing. So what I'm going to do is with this, because there's still a few few bits and bobs in the fridge that need to be used. And what I like to do with pizzas is just add a few things. So this isn't like this is going to change your perception. And people do this probably all the time with pizzas, especially store-bought ones. Just throw some other stuff on there. But I thought I'd pimp it out a little bit. Kind of going for a New York deli kind of vibe with this one. So from Iceland, we've got some leftover thinly sliced barbecue brisket. Don't know how well that's shown up on camera. Very dark. We've got some Tesco Finest Andouja sausage. Really good stuff, this. I know you could buy like a proper jar. You could go to a deli. You could get it online. But this does the job. And I love Andouja. It's the basic bitch ingredient of the pizza world, let's be honest. So very nice. I think it's like £2 for a little slab like that. Although that being said, if you want your supermarket, I'm not getting one, I'm getting a different ingredient because I forgot to bring it out with me. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, do you know what? I'll put some of them on as well. Back to it. Marks and Spencer's do a really nice little jar of Andouja, which is a little more, it's not like a slice of it, it's more of a paste sort of thing. And I picked them up when it was like 2 for £1. They're only small jars, but well worth the money, and they'll last for ages. So we've got a nice little bit of extra meat to go along with the triple pepperoni. Got to somehow maintain this figure. But we will be putting a little bit of veg on there. I do like to have spring onions, so I'm going to slice that up. It's already been cleaned. We've got a gherkin. Won't use all of it. So we've got that. We'll top it off with some crispy onions. We shall put a little bit of spicy honey. This is just, mainstream rose smoky fusion. Honey infused with garlic, black pepper and smoky chipotle. It's a bit more of a subtle honey, so it might get lost on the pizza. But yeah, I want to get some proper like spicy honey, like all the the hipster pizza chains use, which I'm all for. We'll also add a little bit of, this again is from Aldi, I believe, the Parmigiano Reggiano. And then, just like the roast onions, go full, it's very dark, I do apologise. We'll go full American Deli and use some French's yellow mustard. Very, very nice indeed. So it seems like a little bit of an odd selection, but if you throw all that on a bagel, then you've got a deli style bagel. So yeah, so it's meaty, you've got a little bit of veg, a little bit of a tang from the pickle, extra cheese, a little bit of smoky honey, and yeah, so what I'll do is I'll construct it. Such a throwaway video, I do know. There will be more food related content on the channel, I promise. Especially from my good friend Milo over on Instagram, here on YouTube, crying out for some more Clueless Eats. We shall get around to it, trust me. And there'll be more pizza related content, as well as not just like supermarket stuff, but we've got quite possibly some of the best pizza in the Northwest right on my doorstep next to the Hare and Hounds pub, Whisk and Pickle, Bee Sting Pizza. Bah. And because they're right next to the pub, you order your pizza, it gets delivered to the pub. What more could a man or woman want? Went a little bit Goldbridge then. So yeah, I'm going to construct this pizza and then I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Don't know how well that's going to focus. Get rid of my head. No, if you just hide your face, it'll detect it anyway. Yeah, very blurry because it just wants to focus on my face. Nobody wants to focus on my face. There we go. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Altogether. It's probably not going to maintain its shape at all, but hey ho, it all comes out the same, doesn't it? So I'm going to put this in the oven and yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So just a very quick change of direction while that's just in the oven. I always play it by ear. Unless I'm like doing a review of the pizza the first time, I'll stick to the instructions. But when I'm just doing pizza for myself, don't need to worry about preheating the oven, just throw it in. When it's done, it's done. But I've had this for ages, picked it up dead cheap. Don't focus on Jamie Oliver's face. Picked this up dead cheap in Lidl a while ago. Best before February. So it's probably not even useful anymore, but it's, you know, preserved dry ingredients. But yeah, rustic pizza base. Has anybody used this and is it any good? It just seems like such a faff, especially when I don't have like a proper pizza oven. I mean, I've got a pizza stone, which I suppose would cook it nicely. And I am hoping that this will be the summer that I will get myself a nice pizza oven for outside. Probably won't happen, but hey ho, a boy can dream. So yeah, if anybody's actually ever used this or would like to see me use it, then let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, let's see what this pizza looks like. True professional. So, the pizza is ready. Let's see if you can get a good view of that pizza there. I think that's the best I'm going to do when it doesn't want to focus on my fat face. So, yeah, doesn't look too bad. Some may argue, might have gone a bit overboard with the mustard on the end. Make sure I don't spill anything on this strikingly purple sweatshirt. Sounds like a really good band name, but I'd probably hate them because they'd be expletive. So, let us get a slice. Now, I was concerned that because of the stuff that was put on there, that it'd be an oily mess that would just fall apart. But, do you know what? Not too bad. Kept its shape somewhat. So let's see what's happened. And I probably should have put that honey on halfway through. I don't know. Or sprinkled on the cheese afterwards. But do you know what? I'm not perfect. Just throw it all together and see what happens. So let's see what we get from this. A little bit of that barbecue comes out from the brisket. Obviously, if you get proper brisket from a proper barbecue place, it's going to be a million times better. That really works well with the tang of the gherkins. There's a little bit of extra crispiness from the spring onions. The pepperoni quality on the pizza in general is really good for what it is. Nice little crispness on the bottom. And for a supermarket pizza, without throwing stuff on, it's very, very nice. There's a nice sweetness from the tomato sauce. Cheese, you don't really get too much flavour from. There's a little bit of an aftertaste with the additional cheese that you put on, but it's not like a really strong in-your-face flavour. A little bit of a kick from that induja. I mean, you know, these sorts of videos, they're not me trying to go, oh, look what I've discovered. Because everyone does this. Everyone pimps up, especially if you buy really cheap pizzas like the Just Essentials, which I will review at some point. You just want to amp it up a little bit, so you just throw on other stuff. So I'm not trying to like inspire people, but I needed to nice crust. I needed to throw up some food content. It's just something a little bit stupid. This video is probably going to go on longer than a proper episode, spitting, of Saturday Night Slice. But there's just that right level of tang and gentle heat when you bite into one of those crispy onions. That like nice freshness from the spring onion as well. It all just works very, very nicely, and my fingers are stained with mustard. And it does remind you of something like that you would get from... I've never been to New York, so I've never been to an actual New York deli. But I've been to a few places where they do like deli, like New York deli style subs and sandwiches and stuff like that. And you're getting those characters. Some people might say it's a bit too much meat. Can never have too much meat. The mustard doesn't overpower, it's a strong flavour, I won't lie. But it just works really, really well. And for me, it takes what's already a very good pizza, especially for the price. It just takes up to that next level. So yeah, don't actually know what I'm going to call the episode. New York deli style pimp up? I don't know. Don't really want to put the word pimp in a public video, but we'll see how it goes. So gonna enjoy the rest of this with the second half of Inter Milan versus AC Milan. Have another couple cans of California IPA. It just works a treat. The flavours all work really, really well. Sweet, tangy. A little bit of that smokiness comes out from the honey, but then again, it's not the strongest flavour. The additional cheese just adds a little extra layer, probably gives a flavour to what isn't a very strong cheese mozzarella flavour anyway on the pizza. You know, it's very hard to get a good strong flavour from mozzarella, especially on a store-bought pizza. The induja just, everything just works really, really well. And that barbecue coming through complements the honey, that brisket, it's just very, very nice. So what do you like to put on your pizzas? How do you like to take them to that next level? Do you have a specific cheap pizza that you always get and then throw your other stuff on there just to make it good or even better than it already is? The level of store-bought pizzas is getting up there, and you don't always have to pay much. I know sometimes you'll see like £5 for a pizza, but you know, if you're getting a takeaway, 10, 20 quid. Obviously, there's no pizza takeaway that does one single pizza for 20 quid, but do you know what I mean? Comparatively, very good. And I'm sure we'll do a video in the future, but even if you just buy yourself some ready-made pizza dough, it's got that cheap flavour to it, but I kind of like it. Make yourself some sauce, or just get some passato or pre-made pizza sauce, and you can just do whatever you want, can't you, really? That's the great thing about pizza. Don't get me wrong, I think putting pineapple on pizza is a crime against the culinary world. But you know what? You can put whatever you want on it. And I can safely say this works very, very well. So yeah, what do you like to do? How do you tweak yours? Blah, 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 blah. There will be a playlist. I have done a review of this in the past. I've got some ideas of a good simple pizza sauce that I make, which can actually be used for pasta as well. Maybe I'll do a pizza from scratch, do a live stream, just talk to people, because I don't really get to talk to people because I'm sad, fat and lonely. But yeah, so I've got some ideas for content coming up, and yeah, hopefully this video isn't too long, but I'll just very hastily and quickly throw it together and get it ready for this upcoming Saturday night. So yeah, gonna enjoy the rest of this. Thank you for watching. Suggestions, recommendations, always welcome. We need to move away from just meat-based pizzas, but that's the stuff that I like to buy. I like meat on my pizza. Anyway, cheers for watching. You all take care, and I shall see you all later. Bye-bye.